name is Mosun
Akinwamide.
How are you doing?
Very well, I'm fine.
Welcome to Girlfriends on Radio.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
Good. Now, there's a reason why we have Mosun in the studio today. Today, it's all about marriages, weddings. Now, not marriages, weddings.
Yeah.
Now, the wedding business is serious business. It's a multi-billion dollar business globally, and we know that many people, especially the guys or the women, whatever the case is, they start having their temperature starts to rise when the time comes to plan the wedding. There's so many things that you have to think about, and that's why Mosun is in the house today. So the expert is here. She's going to tell us everything about the hashtag perfect wedding. What makes the perfect wedding actually?
Well, first of all, I think a perfect wedding is, like I always say, to each his own. It is what you decide that a perfect wedding is to you is what a perfect wedding is. Yeah. There's no perfect wedding. Yep. So, do you understand? Because somebody was saying, for example, I'd like to use an illustration. For example, somebody said, "Oh, Solange's wedding was just that kind of, don't use that kind of, that kind of wedding is not fantastic, blah blah blah." And in my opinion, I think that's a wedding that has set a trend. That's a wedding that people are taking pictures of Ashwebi today, and then they're taking pictures of all white Solange style, and all of that. But at the end of the day, to each his own. So I always say that what a perfect wedding is what you define a perfect wedding is to you.
What would you say people usually, in retrospect, wish they did not spend so much money on after the wedding?
I think that first thing is, and like I always say, the things that do not go well on that day are the things that people wish that they did not pay for. Because trust me, when they pay for a photographer, they'll charge you about 4 million naira or something. If the pictures come out right, yes they do. Yes they do. If you're using so Alakija, I'm doing advice for you, but if you're using the Jide Alakijas and the rest, you have to pay him to fly him to Nigeria, pay him to you have to put him on the first class, you have to book a 5-star hotel and all of that. So if that is very important to you and the pictures come out right, trust me, the amount of money that you pay him will not matter. You will not wish that you had paid that much. So I think that it's always the things that go bad. Because truly, if you say food, for example, if people do not eat at your event, if your event was very fantastic, it was a magical wedding, and people complain that, "Oh, I didn't eat at your wedding. Oh, my uncle that was very dear to me didn't eat," you won't be happy. So I don't think there's that thing as
there's no one thing.
Yeah, there's no one thing. It's just the things that do not go well.
So the first thing that everybody thinks about is
the budget, exactly. Because the budget is the foundation.
Exactly. Yes. So what is the right way to go about this?
Well, I think that to approach a budget, because it's the foundation, you have to be careful. The first thing you want to do is you want to decide, where is this money coming from? How much do we have? How much do we have to spend? What do I want? You see, because it is what you have to spend that determines what kind of wedding you have. Let's just face it. The truth is, a lot of people want to have the skyscraper, people falling from the ceiling kind of wedding, and then they have 1 million naira, or they have 20,000 or 200,000 naira in their account. I see a lot of people like that when they come to me and they say, "See, I want to have that kind of wedding I saw on Bella Nigeria and all those vlogs." And then you sit down and you say, "Okay, so this is how much that kind of wedding costs." And they say, "Oh no, I don't want that. It's too much." So I think that it's always the sitting down and counting the cost.
In your experience, have you ever had someone who actually went to borrow money because?
Yes, I currently even have someone. Okay, I hope you're not listening. Oh my goodness, I feel very bad for saying this, but hey, XY, I really, nobody knows you, so just know there's between us. Anyway, I know a guy who says that he must work with us, because I've known him for a very long time, and he liked that I had involved, and then his wife had always said, "If it's not you, and then I'm not going to work with any planner." So what had happened was that, yes, that's sweet, but then the deficit is he had to go and loan money, but then he's currently on a loan from a bank, and a couple of friends, family and friends put together to get married, because the bride is saying, "If I don't have this, that's it." And the guy wants to make the girl happy. They will, but life after wedding really doesn't matter if you trend for 1 week. Trust me on social media.
Wow.
It doesn't matter.
You really tell you.
How will you pay back the loan?
No, because people pay planners to trend. Wow. I have to trend. I can't spend so much money and I won't trend.
Please, who in your experience, because my phone gets me, who is the major culprit for going outside the budget? Sometimes the people think, I hear it say the guys and go overboard.
That's very obvious.
Girls go overboard.
It's not always.
Parents go overboard with inviting everybody 10,000. So who
Because
is
it seems
the greatest culprit?
we have. Can you tell us from your own experience who was
Yeah,
the
because you're married.
culprit?
I think she's talking about
She still got his face right now.
you know, because we had a faulty model. You know, basically we've saved X million, let's say 3 million for this wedding, and so let's start from top to bottom. So as much as we had, we now put into the wedding. So as much as that pool expanded, so when a boss gave us 500,000, we added it to that pool, spent it. You know, so it's almost like it's better to go from bottom to up. So you have a cap on hall, you have a cap on dress. But if you say I have this amount in the bank, then just keep on dipping. And
that's why I was saying you need to identify how much you want to
so
spend.
please just let's know who is the culprit.
Well, I think that it's on both sides. That to some people might sound like an obvious question. And they'll say it's always the girl. These days I'm tempted to feel like I am the team bride, because some of the brides actually these days just sometimes calm down. And then the guys are the ones that are going overboard these days. Unfortunately so, or maybe fortunately so. The guys want to buy the Ace of Spades, the drink that they sell for. The guys want to wear they want to wear the Balmain suits. Because guys are getting extra vein and so you know how you say is the girl and the girl with the wedding dress. It's not the guy with the suits.
Okay, and then you have family members about this budget thing, because like it's
I'm pressing to ask this question. When you decided that, you know what, you guys are going to get married, when you get engaged, you know, for me, I would think that the first thing anybody would even think about is, oh my goodness, there's a mountain of planning that I'm about to go into, you know. So how do you even begin to sit down and begin to check out what's the after creating the budget, you know, what are the next steps? Because I would think that planning a wedding, especially in Nigeria, we don't know anything about so small, simple 50 20 people. It's always Boguero kind of wedding, and I feel like for me that's a bit scary. Like, so where do you start from when you sit down to say, okay, let me invite my wedding planner? What are the things? What are the things that are needed from the couple, and where do you come in as a wedding planner?
But the question that you have asked is very important. The moment when you get engaged and then all the excitement have worn out, you're tired of looking at the ring and you're saying, okay, reality check now. I think the best thing to do is to sit down with your spouse and then draw the line. Decide, speak. That's when you do all the major talking. What kind of wedding do you want to have? Because guess what, the wedding you as the bride wants to have is not the same wedding the groom wants to have. Because you want to have a small wedding, the guy is saying no, I'm from the X, Y, and Z, a cool wedding, and then our family, and I'm the only boy. Exactly. So at that point, there are a lot of differences. So what you want to do is get a journal. Both of you sit down and say, this is the kind of wedding I want to have. That's the kind of wedding I want to have. Then sit down and meet halfway.
Have you ever planned a small wedding, and has it ever been the small wedding you planned from the start?
To be honest, when small is 800 guests. I'm serious. I'll give you a quick example that happened about a week,
800.
4 weeks ago. We had a wedding, and then the client says, oh, I want a small wedding. It's fantastic. So here's the thing. And because of the Nigerian thing now, in fact, what we've now started to do now is put contracts in place. You cannot come and kill us. Because you say that you're expecting 500 people. And then over 1,500 people shows up. Because the planner under a lot of pressure because you now have to take care of people.
Is it per head?
Yes. And at the end of it, the people say, oh, your planner didn't put together the day, but they did not know that they were misled by the client. So usually when they say I'm expecting 300 people, the best thing that we do is we put a level up of maybe add up of a 400, 500 cap. Yes. You can't say you're expecting 300 people and you come to me and I'll plan 300. As long as you're Nigerian, that's impossible.
Destination weddings are like all the rage right now.
Yeah.
What would you say are the pros and cons?
Well, I think first of all, like I always tell people, if you destination weddings are cheaper. It depends on how far and how low you want to go. Yes. And I know that people are happy that I just said that. So if you want to go outside Nigeria, just hire me. But what I'm saying is that for the destination, first of all, you want to ask yourself, what are the feel that I want to have on this destination wedding? What is, what exactly is the atmosphere, the environment, or the ambience I want to create? Some people tell you that I want to go to Mexico, I want to go to Turkey, I want to go to Dubai. And for Dubai, the Dubai has the look and feel, there's the lights, there's the very good spaces. Dubai is like the exact place because they have a lot of all these venues, all these places for that kind of experience. So I think that for if you want to plan like a destination wedding, you might want to visit the place first
before
you now start, because you need to do the maths and then find out how much it costs us to do this.
And don't rely on brochures, because
No, you don't do that.
You know, I've always felt deep down somehow. I always feel like as if it is the rich people who use planners. I just feel like as if it's not me. I want this job. You know, what is the smallest budget you've ever worked with? Because I just feel like as if you have 1 million,
that's inclusive of your pay.
Is there any budget that's too small?
Yeah.
For you to work?
First of all, not for me to handle. I'll say too small to plan a wedding, right? Okay. For you can work with any budget. Like I said, it is what you want to have. What kind of wedding you want to have. How much does the average wedding cost? There's the what they call them, anti-Safia kind of wedding, you know.
Do you plan those kind of weddings?
No, I don't. I'm sorry, I'm not being a racist, but I don't.
Those weddings don't need planning.
They don't need planning, because really your plan is come on. You get, like, somebody called me one time and said my budget is 1 million. I said, is that my fee or
Before we go, can you tell us like 5 top mistakes that couples make when planning their wedding?
They don't sit down and talk. A lot of couples stumble on their wedding. They don't sit down, because what happens is that because you can sit down and then talk about what kind of wedding are we going to have, how much are we going to spend, how much family involvement are we going to have, because for family involvement,
usually that's where the problem is.
Yes, family interference.
Mommy said, daddy said, see, Kini is coming, so we have to change.
Exactly.
So sometimes it's difficult to manage. You may have talked about it, but some things just happen.
No. Which is why you need a third party, which is a planner. What my clients always do is they say it's my planner's fault. My planner that said there must be a third person that is a babe. Now you can say, mommy, it's not my fault. I don't even know who sent her. She's on overdrive. She has gone to get this person. Or if you cannot even face your family members, you want to say that, oh, by the way, one of my friends in school gave us her as a gift. Exactly. You have to be diplomatic about this.
The next one.
So you don't. Yes. So the next one is, of course, you want to sit down and count the cost. You want to decide what the budget is and make sure that you do not go outside what you have agreed that you are going to do.
Okay.
I think the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you tweak your need and your want in one place.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, people always have different wants. Every time they go to Bella, their wants changes.
I
want that. Oh, sorry, I changed my mind. That's not what I want anymore. And then that happens all the time, and that's a major mistake. And then it causes a lot of fights. I think the fourth thing you want to think about is the mistake that they make is they don't decide, they don't sit down to determine what are the priority vendors.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because they are priority vendors. Yes. For example, what is priority to you might be my wedding ring is
the dress.
Some people say it's just my wedding dress. Yes, they must have.
Photographer.
Exactly. Some people will photograph, but what will they photograph?
Small chop.
And then
the wedding dress. And then finally, I think that it's just making sure that you listen to each other. The most important thing is to bond while you plan the wedding together. Make sure that you do that together, not with let everybody. Don't try let everybody
detain you and just have you because we've learned so much. And you've just been a wonderful guest. Thank you.
You have a YouTube channel, right?
Yes, I do. I have a YouTube vlog.
Okay.
So the YouTube channel is just IPC Event. /event chef, and then you find it. Just type IPC Event on YouTube. You find.
Okay. So it's been wonderful having Mosun today. We've had a blast and we are wiser for it. We know all the even Yongozi, people are married. When you're doing your renewal of vows, you know what I mean? Yes. Alright then, it's been wonderful on Girlfriends. Join us same time next week, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook and our YouTube channel,
Girlfriends on Radio.
From all Girlfriends 006 on Twitter and our
Girlfriends
YouTube,
on Radio
and Girlfriends on Radio.
Let's go.
You